Good afternoon. It's April 18th, 2023, and today we had a range day. Here are the overnight highs and lows. Really, the level of support that or resistance that was most important today was this at like about 41.82. We had several tests of that price level before it sold off, and yeah, we'll see. Maybe I missed some longs in here. I felt like I was being a little biased to the downside, but you can see like this one you might take. I mean, it's a double test. We'll get to it though. So right away at 5 a.m. We had a break of this channel, and you get a first entry, second entry. And so, we're expecting prices to make a new high, and I like that entry price, because if it is a range, if it turns out to be a range, that's right at the lows. So there's plenty of room to these highs. So I like this trade. I think it's worth taking. You can see we make a new high, and then we reverse. You get a first entry, failed second entry long, off that key entry point, off the EMA. I was a little hesitant at first because of that level of potential support. However, first entry, failed second entry. I looked. It kind of looks like this is the failure. So this is a lower high, and you get a better entry price. So I like this. I like this entry. And we get a break, and you get a second entry short. And they trapped a bunch of people, but look how many. This is a lot of overlap. I mean, you can pretty much call that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the eighth inside bar. So, there's reasons to not take that. Plenty of reasons to not take that. This is just more congestion. That from what started here, and then we get this sell-off. And unfortunately, I don't think you want to take this second entry short, even though it's also a failure, or actually the failure occurred right here. So it's just a second entry short, and it is off the key entry point, but I don't think you want to take it too far from the EMA for my liking. But I mean, at this point, you expect prices to at least test the closing price from yesterday here, if not test the overnight low. So anyway, we get a break, a nice leg of correction, a break of that, and a move to a new high. And we're just going sideways for a bit, and we get this double test with a lower high right here. I think you got to take that. I mean, you might want to just scalp out with 4 ticks here, 79. There's only 3 ticks to that closing price, but I mean, we're due to make a new low on this channel, and that's a nice signal bar. So I think that's pretty good entry and worth the risk. And that creates a strong move down here. And again, you get a second entry short that traps people. And again, look at all these inside bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's the 11th inside bar. And you just have to be really careful. And those inside bars will get you. So we break out to the high side. It fails. If this ticked higher, I probably would have taken that. And you bounce off here. I marked this blue because it looks like a double test here, and it's like a hidden second entry. And we broke out of the overnight low. So looked like a failed breakout to me, especially when we go on the other side of the EMA. I liked it. But then when we find all this resistance up here, I think you got to sit this one out. You have a failed second entry long here, but look at all that. We're clearly in a range. Yeah, so we test this price level again. I don't think you can go long here because of all this resistance. We don't know what's happening. But when you get this first entry, second entry off this price level, it doesn't make a new high. But you know, there's reasons to like this. You know, you have a close outside and a move to a new high, and you can see quite a few people did like that. And we fail to break lower yet again, get some congestion in here before going higher. You get this lower high. I like these entries normally, so I wanted to look at it. It looks like we have a break and we don't have a new high yet. What else? There's a doji. These are two dojis right here. I think there are some other things I was thinking about. I really think the main thing, though, is that it looks like we just had a break of this. And you can see we make a new high after that before going a bit lower. And you get this failure right here. I marked this bar, but it's an inside bar. You probably don't want to take that now that I'm looking at it, because with a bar that bearish, if it doesn't break lower, that's telling you something. That's telling you that, you know, it's not as strong of a trap as you thought it was. We find some support right here and bounce, come up here, test this price level, bounce, and you get a first entry, second entry. That's also a double test. You could really argue it's a triple test because of this touch right here. So you might take that one. And it bounces. And you get a first entry, second entry. But this really, to me, looks like one leg up. But it probably isn't. It probably is like this, which explains the sell-off right here. So you do get a first entry, failed second entry long. I like this because it's right at this price level, so I'm expecting prices to test this level of support, which they fail to do, but it's good enough for a scalp. And bounces, you make this high or low, but I just feel like you don't know what's going on yet. Maybe you take this one. But anyway, we come back up here, test that price level again, and then you take it back up, so you get a break of this micro channel and move to a new high, one tick higher. That's a double test. I like that because we're clearly in a range of some sort, and you can see a lot of people like that before it sells off. You don't get a higher low right here, or else I think you would want to consider taking that. And we reverse and come up here, and now we're just in some congestion. So, you know, in a situation like this, you probably want to look at that as a range, or maybe even put the highs right there, because that's where it looks like it started. Break higher, fails. Yeah, that's probably what's going on. So that's how I saw it today. Just a range day. Not the easiest day. Not a whole lot of easy to spot setups. And you know, now that I'm thinking about it, really just not a lot of good setups. So hopefully we'll get some more tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Hope everyone had a great day.